Welcome inside our very first edition of The Agenda in the new decade. Sarah, the 20s are once again a thing.
That's right, and we're kicking them off in style with lots of big events and major happenings over the next few months.
Yeah, some major news for Port St. Lucie's future and some events that'll let our citizens play a role in shaping it. Let's take a look ahead.
It's a new year, but we are already looking beyond 2020. That's the purpose of Port St. Lucie's annual Citizen Summit. We want residents to stay engaged with us as the City Council updates its strategic plan, which is Port St. Lucie's roadmap to the future. To help us gather your valuable feedback, we're inviting residents and community members to participate in the 2020 Citizen Summit.
This is a continuation of the community conversation that began in 2018. Last year, we welcomed more than 600 people who were eager to let us know what they think about the strategic goals. This year, we're holding the Citizen Summit on Saturday, February 29th at the Port St. Lucie Community Center on Oroso Boulevard.
This is not your ordinary public meeting. Participants will be able to drop in anytime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. to walk through fun, interactive booths geared toward each of the goals of the city's strategic plan. And don't leave your kids at home. We want their feedback too. And there will be civic-related activities geared toward those who are 6 years old and up. Come become a co-creator for the city's future by taking part in this very important and fun annual event.
One of our takeaways from past Citizen Summits was people's overwhelming support for more entertainment opportunities in the city, specifically big-name acts.
With that goal in mind, our new concert series was born. If you're a classic rock fan or if you just want a fun night out, consider joining us for the first concert in the Port St. Lucie Civic Center's new We Love Lucy concert series.
Multi-platinum classic rock band Styx will take the stage on Saturday, February 1st, performing songs from their latest album, as well as a retrospective of their top 10 hits, including Lady, Come Sail Away, Too Much Time on My Hands, Renegade, Mr. Roboto, and more.
Tickets are still available at www.etix.com or at the Civic Center box office. Styx will be the first in the 2020 We Love Lucy concert series, presented by Mid-Florida Credit Union, Southern Eagle Distributing Incorporated, Ocean and Field, Bud Light, Corona Extra, and Babe Wine.
It's also sponsored by Sunrise Ford and Sunrise Volkswagen. Concerts will be presented throughout the year from national artists. Please check the city's website for more bands and dates.
Mother Nature didn't cooperate with our fall McCarty Ranch bonfire hayride, so we're trying again on Saturday, February 1st. This semi-annual event is a fun time for the whole family, so join us at McCarty Ranch for live music, a petting zoo, pony rides, horseback riding, bounce houses, face painting, fishing tournament, hay rides, and of course the bonfire. Food will be offered for purchase, and country artist Lane Braden will perform. The fun begins at 3 p.m. and goes to 7 p.m. With free admission, parking, and activities, it's an event for everyone. Here's a date you need to circle on your calendar and then circle it again and then maybe one more time. April 1st, 2020.
Yes, it may be April Fool's, but this is no joke. April 1st is actually Census Day, the day by which every home in the United States will receive an invitation to participate in the 2020 census. Once the invitation arrives, you should respond for your home in one of three ways: online, by phone, or by mail. This date is fast approaching, and it's an important one. Data collected in the census will inform the distribution of more than $675 billion, yes, that's with a B, billion dollars in federal funds to states and communities each year for things like infrastructure, healthcare, and food assistance.
It's important that we all respond to shape the future of our community. Participating in the census is required by law, even if you recently completed another survey from the Census Bureau. A complete and accurate count is critical for you and your community because the results of the 2020 census will affect community funding, congressional representation, and more. You can learn more online at 2020census.gov.
Well, and if everyone could just spread the word to your neighbors and friends, and please do it as soon as it comes out.
Before the holidays, the city of Port St. Lucie got some exciting news.
In what is expected to become a major boost for the local economy, world-renowned healthcare leader Cleveland Clinic will conduct preeminent bioscience research right here in Port St. Lucie.
City Council unanimously approved a lease with purchase option agreement with Cleveland Clinic Florida to occupy the Florida Center for Biosciences building in Tradition. The Cleveland Clinic Florida Research and Innovation Center is Cleveland Clinic's first research facility outside of Cleveland, and it's in the heart of PSL's Southern Groves Jobs Corridor.
In addition to Cleveland Clinic conducting research in the facility, Australian-based research company Vaccine and Florida International University also are in discussions to co-occupy space in the facility. Port St. Lucie would become Vaccine's North American headquarters.
The Economic Development Council of St. Lucie estimates that the minimum of 100 jobs created would generate over $9 million in direct and indirect wages annually, with 150 jobs generating nearly $14 million, while 200 jobs would generate over $18 million annually.
If you're eager to get a more in-depth perspective on many issues involving our city and region, there are two upcoming meetings that you'll want to check out. On January 31st and February 1st, the South Florida Water Management District's Governing Board will meet at Port St. Lucie City Hall beginning at 9 a.m. both days. The public is welcome to attend or watch the event live on YouTube, the city's website, or TV 20.
Meanwhile, the Port St. Lucie City Council's winter retreat will take place February 26th to 28th. These retreats allow the council to take a deep look at important topics on the horizon. Citizens are invited to watch in person at the Port St. Lucie Community Center, or they can catch it live on PSL TV 20 or the city's website.
Speaking of City Council, one member recently took some time to get a behind-the-scenes look at a service that affects every single resident in the city.
In 2019, City Council approved a new contract with waste hauler Waste Pro. Councilwoman Stephanie Morgan went for a ride with Waste Pro crew to get a better perspective on the job they perform every day.
So, to the residents of City of Port St. Lucie, I took upon myself to ride with Waste Pro today to see a day in the life of a trash tosser, I guess you would say. 30! So we've picked up 30 cans so far, and that includes mattresses and boxes and furniture. We've tagged a few that was too big that will have to be cut down. And I tell you what, this is work. We've only been doing this for about an hour and I'm done. I don't know how they do it. It is amazing, the smells, the aroma. And thank goodness it's a nice, cool, brisk morning here in Port St. Lucie. But these men and ladies of Waste Pro are amazing. And I can't thank them enough for the job they do, and I hope you do the same.
For more than 60 PSL residents, December was about dazzling our community with their creative holiday light displays.
By the end of the year, a total of 64 homes put themselves on the city's PSL and Lights holiday map, entering our annual Holiday Lights contest. On December 19th, about 700 people participated in a bus tour event, highlighting a few of these awesome displays, sponsored by the city's Neighborhood Improvement and Community Engagement, or NICE program.
Thank you to St. Lucie West Centennial High School Jazz Band and Allapattah Flats K-8 Choir for entertaining our guests as they waited for their bus. For the contest, the public was asked to vote on their favorite displays in several categories.
For a complete list of winners, visit our Facebook page or the city's website. Another beloved longtime holiday tradition is the Shop with a Cop program. It's a yearly program hosted by law enforcement agencies, including the Port St. Lucie Police Department, to help families who may be facing financial hardships. Through generous donations from our local Walmart and Target, the PSLPD was once again able to make the holidays memorable for families that may not otherwise have had an abundant holiday season.
Here I have with me Lieutenant Nimzik, and he's going to tell us about Shop with a Cop and how it all started and how much fun we have doing this.
How it all started, interesting, I was standing outside waiting to come in, and an adult came up to me and said, "This is so great. I remember when I was a kid and officers came to my house and took me shopping with a cop." I said, "No kidding." So it's been going on long before I got into policing, but I know that it's a tradition that benefits the community and builds relationship with families and children, and it's memories that stay with them for their whole life, so it's so important for that reason.
Can you tell me about our partnership with Target and Walmart?
The public-private partnership is very valuable for the police department, and we have a lot of support from Walmart and Target, Both of them sponsored several children and handed us grants that it allowed us to do this event that's obviously very sorely needed in the community and very enjoyable. It's a lot of fun.
Can you tell me what you bought here today?
Well, I bought like necklaces and stuff for my mom, and I bought talkies and basketball equipment.
All right, did you have fun?
A lot.
All right, and what did you do here today?
I went shopping for my family and then a couple things for me.
Oh yeah, and can I ask you, what did you get for yourself?
I got gum, and I got a shark and a hat and 12 Hatchimals.
Oh yeah, and what did you get for family members?
Some stuff what I forgot.
You forgot?
Yeah,
Okay, so
but-
are they in these bags right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them wrapped.
Oh, you're gonna get them wrapped? Okay, okay, that's cool. And you had fun shopping with him?
Yes, he was very fun.
He was very fun. Well, that was nice.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
thank you for your time, and go ahead and go get your gifts wrapped.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bishop, have a good one.
Thank you.
We would like to thank the more than 200 community members who came out on January 9th to share their thoughts about PSL's Southern Grove area.
Southern Grove is one of Florida's most unique opportunities for large-scale manufacturing, logistics, and retail development. It has the largest swath of development-ready vacant land in all of southern Florida that fronts over 4 miles of Interstate 95, with interchanges at both Tradition Parkway and Becker Road.
The City of Port St. Lucie is working with the Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council to develop a master plan for more than 1,100 acres of Southern Grove and Tradition. During the public workshop, citizens were asked their opinions on topics including recreation and entertainment options, as well as a name for the area. The city will incorporate the feedback during the master plan process.
Here's another topic that generates lots of opinions: litter. The impact of litter on our community and world and ways to tackle this problem was the focus of the first Litter Symposium of Port St. Lucie. The PSL Rotary Club, the PSL Sunset Rotary Club, People Serious About Litter, and Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful hosted this very important event that featured world-renowned environmentalist Bruce Benson and system ecologist Dr. Bill Persons, along with a panel of local community leaders. If you missed it, don't worry, you can catch a replay of the entire symposium on the city's YouTube channel or PSL TV 20. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your calendars and flip them over to the new year.
It's time to mark your calendar. The City of Port St. Lucie's Parks and Recreation Department invites you to celebrate one of history's greatest leaders by enjoying some food, wholesome entertainment, bounce houses, and more at the Martin Luther King Jr. Family Fun Day. The event kicks off with our March Through the Park at noon on Monday, January 20th. It's free and for all ages, but seating is limited, so please bring a lawn chair.
Dads, here's a great opportunity to spend a special night out with your girls. The very popular Daddy-Daughter Valentine Dance will happen on Friday, February 7th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Port St. Lucie Community Center. The evening is geared towards daughters aged 2 to 12 and includes dancing, goodie bags, a craft, photo booth fun, and raffle prizes. The event costs just $11.50 per child, but pre-registration is required.
The city invites you to attend a free opioid epidemic awareness public forum on Wednesday, January 29th at 5:30 p.m. at the Port St. Lucie Community Center. 10.3 million people misused prescription opioids in 2018, according to the 2019 National Survey on Drug Use and Health Mortality in the United States. Forum topics include how to detect signs of opioid use disorder, including potential treatment options, and how this epidemic has affected Port St. Lucie residents.
Well, as of today, these two longtime City Hall staffers are no longer with the city. Hopefully they're enjoying some fun or just some peace and quiet.
But we still wanted to shine a spotlight on former Assistant City Manager and City Engineer Patricia Roebling and longtime HR veteran Julie Whittle after their recent retirement from City Hall.
Patricia had been with the city of PSL since 1995. She held the positions of Assistant City Manager and City Engineer. Most recently, she helped usher in a new era for PSL as she oversaw the construction of the new Crosstown Parkway Bridge.
As the first person most visitors to City Hall encountered, Julie's smiling face is well known by our frequent customers. She held many positions since starting with the city back in 1999, working as an office assistant, secretary, HR record specialist, customer service specialist, and HR clerk, all while manning the front desk. Over the years, she became an encyclopedia of all things PSL.
I just feel nothing but gratitude for the opportunity to work for the city for the last 20 years. And they're just a wonderful group of people to work with, and have been very happy to, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, to serve the residents of Port St. Lucie.
We wish both of these valued employees well in their retirement.
Well, we're out of time on this episode, but make sure you follow us on all the major social media platforms for constant updates on what's happening in your hometown.
And if you have any questions about the topics covered in this episode, just visit the city's website at cityofpsl.com.
I'm Benjamin Elliott.
And I'm Sarah Prohaska.
See you next time.